welcome everyone. I guess we're without radio and introduction today, so we'll just get rolling. Lots been talked about already, but overall we're just, of course, looking forward to the challenge this weekend of starting against a really good BYU team, a team that's has a great history of success, of course, and a great tradition. Our players and us as a program have been aware of that since we had this game scheduled. And recent success under Coach Mendenhall and you know the success they've had over the last 4 or 5 years is really notable. They're an excellent team, winning conference championships and winning 10, 11 games, most every year. So we understand it's a big challenge. Our players have known that all year, and of course this week in game week they're excited about the challenge and working our way, hopefully. And preparing to play a good football game this Saturday. We really need to give ourselves an opportunity to win. But it's exciting just to be starting another year with our team. I feel really positive about the way our team has handled themselves through our entire camp. They just have had a really good mentality of working and attitude-wise been very positive. And so it's been an exciting group to this point. Now comes, the judgment day, and through the season you've got to earn it every week. But I feel like the guys have done the work to this point to get us in a good position here in game week. And so we're all just looking forward to the excitement of it. We're, of course, going down to Arlington there in Dallas, Arlington, to play the game, being such a great recruiting area for us, and in the close proximity here to Norman. Our fans are excited about it. Our recruits are excited about it. I think our alumni base throughout, that whole Dallas area is excited about it. And people here don't mind traveling down a few hours to go down there and enjoy a great atmosphere and a great stadium. I haven't seen it yet, but from everything you've seen on TV and have read about it, it's just an amazing facility, so that'll be exciting as well. But anyway, just excited to get underway here this week.
What freshmen are definitely going to play?
Well, that didn't take Al long to bust on the scene, did it? Let's see, quite a few. Marcus Trice, DeMontre Hurst, possibly Gabe Lynn, Javon Harris possibly. Let's see, in the offensive line, Tyler Evans, maybe Josh Ladnoy, possibly. Tyler Evans for sure will. Who am I missing? Jamarcus McFarland. We've got him ready to go, and he's, very possible. Linebacker, Ronell Lewis. We are ready to play. Jaden Bird. Who aren't we playing? Probably would be a better. I don't have to think of the entire freshman class, but Jazz Reynolds. I think we've got him set to go. I'm probably missing somebody, but most of them we have. We've got them prepared to play. We'll see where it goes through this week.
Bob, you returned your 2 starters from a year ago at corner, but you talked a lot about some of the other corners during training camp. Is that going to be a lot stronger position for you?
It has a chance to be. Jamel Fleming has come on and done some good things, as has Jonathan Nelson. I've been very pleased with their progress from a year ago. I really do have a lot of confidence in them now. And DeMontre Hurst has been really exciting through the whole camp as well, and has consistently played well. So that gives us some more guys that we can rotate in there and play.
Bobby, you've got 2 centers you've been working with. The amount of time.
Sounded like you called me Bobby there for a minute.
You did. I wouldn't be the first to.
No, I know. That's why I've been not usually in this area. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Two guys. Whether Sam's in the shotgun or under center, does that matter on the 2 centers at all? How much you might run either formation?
No, we have. Through all these practices here through the entire summer here, there's a lot of hours there snapping the ball, and so no, that shouldn't be it's not an issue. Watching us practice, those guys do both. Are comfortable doing either one. Shotgun snapping or under center.
Bob, why is Stephen Good not starting? And then can you address those two centers, how you plan to play Hayburn and Eldridge?
Well, just specifically say why one guy isn't starting. I got 85 guys on scholarship. I've got 100 on the team. Only 11 start. So much the same reason why maybe someone else isn't starting. So that he's doing an excellent job, and he will play a lot. And he may earn the starting job by the end of the week, or he may start next week. There's constant battles going on with all those guys. As Ben Hayburn has gotten better and better as far as now that he's back, plays some guard too, and is going to push these guys and may overtake the center position as well. So we're going to go with Brody, who we have great confidence in. You guys, anyone who's covered us for a period of time, if you've heard me for going on 4 years talk about Brody Eldridge as one of our best players on the team, period. He just doesn't play a dynamic position that everybody loves to talk about, but he's been one of our toughest, most consistent, and best players for 3 years going on 4. So we've got a lot of confidence in him there. But, again, we feel that Ben is really come on and is awfully close, and we'll just see how it goes. And I'm sure as the day goes, there'll be time when Ben will be in there some.
Bob, could you talk about your kicking game and how that's lined up for you?
There's still great competition there, which I like, and I have confidence in multiple guys. I guess starting with punting, Tress Way is set to start, but I've liked what Cameron Kinney has done. A little bit different style, but he's shown the ability to do it. But we'll start with Tress and see go from there. And he's been really pretty consistent through camp. Field goals, same thing. Jimmy Stevens and Tress Way have both been much more consistent and productive here through camp than they were a year ago, and I'm hoping that needs to carry on through. But we'll start with Jimmy, but I'm going to, hopefully we get opportunities, but, and we'll see. But I've been very happy with Tress, too, with field goals. So there's still ongoing competition there. But I have good confidence, really, in both of them. Kickoffs, Matt Moreland has hit them, has placed them and hit them deeper than our other guys have. So right now he's scheduled to do that. But Tress isn't far behind there as far as being able to do it. Anyway, so we're in good shape right there.
It seems to me like there was a lot of interchanging, and then all the linemen have played center one time or another. Is that more than usual this year?
We have, but we specifically have done it to give ourselves depth because our numbers aren't maybe what you want them to be. Hopefully all the recruits are listening to that. We need more offensive line numbers, but when you got a guy that can play, if you're a center, you can play guard. If you got a really big guard like Davin Joseph, he can play tackle too. And now that creates competition. If one guy isn't playing as well as he needs to play, well, we'll just move this guy from tackle to guard and he'll play, or this guy from guard to tackle and he'll play. And that creates competition and it creates depth. So,
we asked you this question a number of times last year. You don't really practice. You can't really practice kickoff coverage full speed. How do you get better at it? And during the off season, what did you do to address that?
Well, we're through spring and the times that we are allowed to it, it's just it's covering. We have just different drills. We work different drills to try and simulate half of a return or part of a return, and separate from the block, putting yourself in front and understand spacing. And then, as you get into game week, you work the different schemes that you expect to see and where your blocks are coming from, how you need to defeat them, much like you do about any part of the game.
There's an idea that if you put starters on special teams, they might not go as hard because they're thinking about their linebacker job or their DB job or whatever. Do you want to put guys maybe that are on there that are hungrier and want to make an impact, want to run down and just bust up a wedge or whatever?
To counter what you just said, usually those guys might be hungrier, but they're not as fast, they're not as big, they don't tackle as well. So there's up and down to whoever you put in there. So in the end, we have traditionally played our best players on that team. And sometimes they have done it well through the years here, and then last year obviously we didn't. So
2 years ago, people talked about DeMarco Murray as one of the most explosive players in college football. From what you've seen of him, do you feel like he's ready to be back at that level again, to play at that level?
I do. He's looked really, really good last week and so far this week in running. He looks fresh from not having maybe the extra work, and he looks good. So I do expect him to be. And again, I think this is a much different injury than coming back from what he did 2 years ago from the Tech, at Texas Tech. That injury of dislocation is a much more difficult injury to come back from.
Chris Brown was here, and he looks different. He's faster, and talk about how you think he has gotten better.
He's had another year to train. Coming off of he never missed any games. But remember, in a couple winters ago, we did a kind of a repair that for the long haul will help Chris. And so not being able to do all the explosion drills and to train, like you really want to, it took him a while even last year to get up to speed where he's had now a full year of that kind of training, whether it be in the weight room or whether it be, in our conditioning exercises and building up the endurance, building up the explosiveness. And it's noticeable. I don't know what his time was this spring when we timed him in the 40, but it was excellent. And he continues to show it on the field. The quickness and his explosiveness is just noticeably more, I think, from just having another year to train.